welcome to the Wild Gut Project. My name is Kerry. If you're new here, this channel is mostly about managing IBS. And today I've got a yoga flow for you. It's very gentle, but a bit more active than my other ones. So if you think you need more of a yin style class, I'll link it somewhere up and below. But this one's a little bit more active. We're outside because autumn's very pretty right now and actually very sunny. If this is the first time you're doing the video, I would suggest that you quickly just scan through now, like drag along the bottom, just so you can see what's coming up, because when you're watching something online, it's much easier if you know what's coming. Yeah, you don't need any props, just a mat, or even just a towel or something that you don't mind getting your face on or whatever. Oh, and I'm not going to put any music on this, so if you want music, have it on another tab, just because I know some people don't like it, some people do, and it's much easier just to choose your own thing on Spotify or another YouTube video. And I'm recording this outside near a fairly busy road, so if it sounds awful, I'm going to dub it, so that might look a little bit strange, but hopefully it's a better experience. We're going to start on our mats standing up. Feet are hip width apart. We're going to flex our toes up and then grip them down one by one so we've got a nice strong base underneath us. Breathe in so you lift up your shoulders and slide your shoulder blades down your back. Your hands are relaxed by your side and your neck feels neutral. I'm just going to stand here for a moment, taking a few deep breaths and just becoming aware of how your body feels. Let your shoulders relax down with every exhale. Next, we're going to let our hands float up as we breathe in, reaching up above you. And as you exhale, let them float down, being really slow and gentle with the movement. You can follow your own breath as you breathe in, let your hands almost levitate up towards the sky. And let them float down as you exhale. Next, we're going to let our heels rise up too with our feet, so we're coming onto our tippy toes. Breathing in, lifting up, balancing, trying to keep the core strong. And then with your exhale, float your heels and your hands back down towards the ground. We're going to do that again, but keep the heels down this time. So breathing in, lifting up the hands. And now you're going to take your right hand and hold on to it with your left wrist and lift up the right arm. So you've got a big extension through your shoulder and lean over towards your left. This way you should have a really nice lengthening stretch all along the right side of your body. And remember to keep the left side of your body still extended so we're not crunching in on that side. Keep breathing into your chest, expanding the abdomen. Breathe into neutral. We're going to swap over, so holding onto your left wrist with your right hand, lift up that left arm and reach over towards the right, feeling that extension all the way along from your left fingertips down to the outside of your left foot. And remember to keep the right side still elongated. This is lengthening, not reaching over. Keep breathing into your chest, into your belly. Breathe in back to neutral. We're going to exhale, float the hands back down, and then keep going all the way into a gentle forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to feel completely relaxed in this. I'm just going to take a moment to feel almost like your spine is kind of tipping out of your hips. Just that falling forward sensation, getting some length through your back. From here, we're just going to bend a little deeper in the knees so we can bring our hands down towards the mat and step down into all fours. And then we're going to do a chaturanga. So if it's in your normal practice and you feel like it, you can start in a full plank, or you can just come down onto your knees, which is just as good. You're going to have your elbows tucked in, your fingers spread wide, and lower your chest down towards the mat while keeping your hips a bit high. So your chest comes down and you slide yourself forward. So you're on your belly. You can untuck your toes and put your
Hands further in front of you so your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. You're going to grip your forearms and your hands on the mat and drag it towards you. So your body doesn't actually move, but your chest lifts up and you're gazing up towards the sky. You've got a lovely extension through the front of your body, breathing in. Exhale, relax. You can also wiggle a little bit from side to side, kind of massaging your tummy if that feels good, depending on what kind of bloating you're experiencing at the moment. With the next exhale, let yourself come down. Hands come underneath your shoulders and you're going to push up onto all fours. We're going to tuck in the toes behind us and extend fully into our down dog. So your hips are hip width apart, your toes are pointed in ever so slightly, kind of pigeon-toed. Your fingertips are spread nice and wide and you're pushing the mat away with your hands, lifting your bum up towards the sky. You can pedal your feet if that feels good, or just have a slight bend in the knees, that's also fine. We're going to step the right leg forward. You can use your hands to bring it there, but what we're aiming for is a right angle in that front knee and a right angle on our bottom left knee. We're going to tilt the pelvis under, so we've got a full extension of the left thigh, which is a really nice antidote to sitting in a chair all day, but also it means we're extending through all of our front body just on the left side. You're going to breathe in, lift the arms up, full extension. It's also a bit of a balance, so you can keep your hands down if it's easier. Look up towards the sun if it's a beautiful sunny autumn day. With the exhale, bring your hands down and we're going to step that right leg back. We're going to take a chaturanga, so it could be with the knees down or it could be with the knees up, but we're sliding forward into a Sphinx pose. Again, gripping onto the mat with the forearms, lifting up the heart, breathing in, exhale it down, hands under your shoulders, pushing up into all fours and then all the way up into your down dog. Again, checking your toes are slightly pigeoned, you're extending the heels down towards the mat, they don't have to be touching. And take a few really nice deep belly breaths. Then we're going to step the right foot forward. So we're coming into that kneeling pose again. Check you've got a right angle and then check that your pelvis is tucked under so you have a full extension of that right leg. Breathe in, lift up your arms and gaze up towards the sky. We're fully extending the front side of our body. So we're creating lots of space for any kind of bloating that we might be experiencing. And just take it to the edge of where it's comfortable. If this really hurts, you can keep your hands down. You can just reduce that extension. Bring the hands down with an exhale and step that right leg back, left leg, and we're going to go through a chaturanga, coming into up dog or into Sphinx, whichever's in your practice. And then we're going to tuck in the toes and push up into our down dog. Taking a nice deep belly breath here, exhaling in and out through the nose. We're going to extend the right leg up high into a three-leg dog and bring it forward between our hands. Coming into that kneeling pose again, we're in the right angle, we're checking the pelvis. This time we're going to interlace our fingers behind us and we're going to roll our shoulder blades back, down our back, our hands dragging along the back of the thigh, so we're fully extending the chest, looking up. Keep breathing into your chest and your belly and exhale it down, hands on the mat, step the right leg back. You can take a chaturanga, or again, you can always take it low or skip it completely. It really depends how you feel today. Coming into an up dog or a Sphinx, and then we're going to tuck in the toes and come back into our down dog. Again, one nice big long belly breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Pressing through the right foot, we're going to extend the left, lifting up into our three-leg dog before bringing that left foot forward between the hands, ready for our kneeling pose. We're going to come up, find your centre of balance, check the hips again are tilted so you've got that extension. And then we're going to clasp the hands in whichever way feels a bit unnatural, so different to last time. And we're going to roll the shoulder blades back, we're going to open up our chest, and we're going to lift up towards the sky. Breathe in. And exhale. Breathing in. the next exhale, bring your hands down towards the mat. We're going to step that left leg back. We're going to step the knees wide. Toes come together and we're going to sit back into a lovely down dog, a well-deserved down dog. When you're in this position, I want you to feel your belly expanding and the sides touching against the side of your thighs. Really relax into it. A lot of the bloating we experience is when gas, such as methane, is being produced by the microbes fermenting our food for us in our gut, maybe a bit too quickly, and it can feel very uncomfortable. But actually, did you know the majority of that methane is released through our breath when we breathe? It sort of dissolves into our blood and then out through our lungs. So when we're breathing really deeply, we are, and we can also visualize that we're expelling some of that excess gas and we're reducing some of that tension in our tummy. And of course, when we're moving, we're kind of shifting any bubbles that might be causing a tension or like a pinch point in our intestines. You know, that's how it feels. So breathing really deeply into our belly, we're expelling some of that. We're going to lift up, stepping our hands back, keeping the knees wide. We're then going to place the hands back behind us. Your fingertips are going to be pointing towards the back of the mat. And we're going to be lifting up into a sort of camel pose, but our knees are wide. So lift the hips up gently. You're using the hands to support you. And you can look down your body if that's comfortable, or if you want a full extension, tip your head back, but only if it feels okay with your neck. And we're fully extending through the front of our body. Exhale down. And to counter pose, we're going to pop our hands on our knees and curl out the spine, head down. Take a deep breath in. I'm going to bring the hands back, place them down on the mat, lift the hips. See if you can go a little higher this time, full extension, creating lots of space. Exhale down, curl out to counter pose. Step the hands forward, all fours, keep the knees wide. And then we're going to have our hands underneath our shoulders, spread the fingertips nice and wide. We're going to press into the left hand and lift up with the right, extending all the way towards the sky. And then we're going to bring that right hand down. As you exhale, put it behind your left wrist all the way until you come down with your shoulder and your head on the mat. So we're going to thread the needle pose. This is a really nice gentle twist on our abdomen and our back, as well as a nice stretch for the shoulders. You're going to press on your left hand just to twist a little bit more if that feels good. With your next breath in, we're going to slide that right hand back and just place it on the mat. Oh, I had spiders on me here. And then we're going to do the same on the opposite side, so pressing in the right hand and fully extending the left up towards the sky, opening out the heart, breathing in, exhale, scoop that hand back down all the way past the right wrist, so you're back into your thread the needle pose opposite side, pressing on the right hand to extend a little bit further if that feels good, and just investigating where you can breathe in. So maybe you can breathe more into your chest or your belly. Twists always restrict us a little bit. We're going to breathe in, come back up onto all fours. We're going to cross our feet and just sit back onto our bums, or any other way that feels comfortable. And I'm just going to scoot forward a little bit because the grass is wet. And we're just going to lie down on the mat. So checking you're comfortable, your knees are bent and your feet are on the floor. Have them just out of reach of your fingertips. You can put your hands out to the side like a big T. You can rest them on your heart and your belly or on your hips. And we're going to do wind swiper motions with our knees. So we're rocking our knees from side to side. Again, this is a nice gentle movement on our tummies, but also a lovely stretch on our hips too. And it feels very good. So enjoy rocking from side to side. Try and breathe in as you come up and out as you come down. So follow your breath for this movement and just investigate what feels good for you. This is another pose that feels really good after lots of sitting. We're going to hug the right knee in towards your chest and extend the left leg nice and long, stretching it out. And we're just going to rock that knee side to side. So we're relaxing that hip joint even more. And so bring that knee just to the outside of your chest, so it's not pressing on your belly, it's just coming off to the side. And we're going to squeeze it in. So breathe in as you relax. Exhale as you just squeeze the knee a little bit closer, full extension, keeping the left leg flat on the mat. See if you can relax into it. We're going to step that right leg back down and then hug the left knee in. So doing the same on the opposite side. Rock the knee from side to side, really loosening up that hip joint. Until again, bring it just to the outside of your belly, so we're not going to be pulling the thigh into our tummy because that would feel awful if you're bloated, but to the side, ever so gently. Then the right leg be heavy and just releasing any sort of resistance in the left. And then we're going to bring both legs up. So we're hugging both knees. We can rock them a bit from side to side, kind of gentle massage on the lower back when we do this. And then we're going to bring those knees just to the outside of our belly, so we're not pressing down, we're going to hug it in. So this pose is called wind releasing pose, and we're just going to let it do its thing. You can rock a little bit from side to side, you can rock the knees forward and back, just see what feels good. Just make sure you're not actually pressing your knees into your belly and just seeing what feels right for you. To come out of this pose, we're going to start rocking the knees back and forth. So you start rocking, if it feels good, coming all the way up to seated even. Your feet are on the mat, your knees are bent. You're going to hug your left leg or shin in towards you and place the left ankle on top of your right knee. So you kind of have your legs crossed as if you're very relaxed. Sometimes it's called a number 4. And your hands are behind you, kind of like we did with the adapted camel pose before. Your fingertips are pointing towards the front of the mat, and then you're going to start rocking your knees from side to side, that wind wiper motion. Again, it's a nice stretch through the abdomen. It goes a little bit further, and it's also a lovely kind of massaging stretch on your glutes. So just enjoy this gentle rocking movement. And as always, remember to keep breathing into your belly and your chest, in through the nose and out through the nose. You can place the left foot back down. We'll do the same on the opposite side. So you can use your hands to adjust it. Just see whatever feels comfortable. You can have your foot that's down on the mat kind of closer to you to make it a bit harder, or further away to make it a bit easier. You lift the chest up nice and tall and start rocking again. It's probably going to feel very different on different sides, and that's all good. We're just enjoying the gentle motion through our bellies, relieving some tension and massaging the glutes. We're going to place that right foot back down. We're going to step our feet to the outer corners of the mat. We're going to let the knees fall in together and just use our arms to lower ourselves back down to a lying position. So this is our relaxed supine pose to finish instead of Shavasana. And we can just hang out here as long as we want. And I'm just going to go through a guided meditation that I find very useful when I think I'm too much in my body and I'm focusing on discomfort too much. So I want you to take a deep breath in and exhale. Let your breath be natural and start listening out to all the sounds you can hear outside of whatever building you're in, or in the far distance if you're outside. Maybe a plane or a car or a train. Bring that focus in now to the building. Focus on any sounds you can hear. Rattling of pipes, other people moving. And bring that circle of focus even closer now to the very room that you're in now. Maybe there's an appliance buzzing. Just listening out. And then bring that focus into yourself. Maybe you can hear the movement of your clothing on your chest as you're breathing in and out, the rush of air going in your nose and out as you exhale. And then see if you can notice or hear any of the sounds inside you. The air rushing down your throat and out as you exhale. And then we're just going to zoom back out again, start noticing the sounds in the room, in the house, and beyond. Take a deep breath in and exhale. When you're ready, just roll to one side and gently bring yourself up to seated position. I hope you enjoyed this practice.
So I hope that felt relaxing, and I hope your tummy's feeling a little less tense, a little less bloated, a bit more comfortable. And yeah, I hope you're well in general, and I'll see you in my next video.